oversight. So that's both academically and procedurally, so with their governance and with other structures that they have. So we partner with our charters very closely, and I'm very proud of our Office of Charter Oversight. We work really hard with the resources we have to be as valuable a partner with our charters as we can. Having said that, not every charter we have is successful. Some of our charters have challenges, and then it's our job to go in when they have challenges and figure out how to help them continue to be successful, but when they can't, to actually intervene, to make sure that the children who are in that charter are getting the best educational experience possible. So often when charters are are facing challenges, and there are charters, the relationships we have with districts are key. Because we're talking to the districts about those students and the needs for those students to be served, even after those charters are no longer in existence, potentially. So I have to say, one of the things that is great about the way we oversee charters is also that it's a team approach. Our coordinators help to review the academic plans. They help to go in and consult, provide technical assistance for the schools. And we've gotten feedback that the role we play with those schools has been valuable to those schools. Thank you.
Charter schools are here to stay. There are so many charter schools, especially Oakland Unified School District. I mean, it's amazing how many charter schools there are. And the idea of a charter school and having a different avenue for children to go through a public setting is wonderful, because they could be a charter school that's particularly involved with science or ballet or, any number of things. The key is that the charter schools and the teachers in those charter schools are properly credentialed, that there's proper oversight, and that I believe that the teachers should have the ability to organize and have representation. I also believe that as a county office, we have the responsibility to assist charter schools in being successful. With that would mean that we would involve the folks at each district level that have charter school offices and allow them to meet and collaborate and find out what questions they have and how we can support them so they can be successful. The number of times that I've come here to the Alameda County board meetings, there have been full audiences of charter schools because they are appealing what happened at the district office. To bring down those number of appeals, we need to work with them at their districts first to help them, to ensure that they are doing everything, checking off every box to make sure they are operating properly, have all the proper credentials, and are ensuring that those students are getting the best education possible. Thank you.
Okay, the next question. Change is constant. How would you support ACOE staff in keeping their skills up to date and provide opportunities for career growth, specifically for classified staff?
Well, let me tell you that the years that I was in San Jose Unified, I was manager of classified, and this was a significant part of my job. One of the things that we developed over time was to figure out, first of all, get a needs assessment. What is it you want to do? So that was the first thing that we did. We sent out surveys to find out, in your area, what would you be interested in? So we had 3 different bargaining groups. We had CSEA, AFSCME, and trades. And they each obviously wanted very different subject matter, but they also wanted the delivery of this training in a completely different way. So what we did was we tailored what was needed based on what those folks asked for. So one of the things is we found that in all groups, technology, and specifically software use, was a big need. That they felt as though I came in with whatever I've gotten, and I've never really gotten any serious development since that. And that's not okay, because we're in the 21st century now. Everybody needs to be on board as far as technology is concerned. So that's really a key piece. Secondly, in terms of finding out what those needs are, finding the best training that we can get, and then reinforcing it. So that means including having job-alike groups, meetings. Everybody understands what job-alike is, and having that be kind of a synergy of information and developing those needs as well and answering those needs. Lastly, I wanted to say that the expectation with any training is that if you happen to be the one that gets to go outside the training, when you bring it back, you have to share. You have to share. You don't get to keep it to yourself. You have to share with everybody. And so everybody gets to learn from what the opportunity that you've got. And I don't know what's currently going on with that at ACOE, but that's what I would like to see.
So training is important. I mean, it's critically important. And this is something that we've been building into in our various departments. We have, as the people in this building know, digital schools has been a transition that we've been making. It's a new financial system that we have that we've been transitioning to. And one of the things that I've been proudest of is to see the people who have been responsible for the transition to digital schools actually organize around that transition. This is something where there isn't a manual for people to know how to do every step. It's people coming together in what we call, one of the groups we have is SAS, Senior Administrative Support Staff Group. And they're coming together and actually talking about problem solving some of these issues themselves and presenting training to one another using each of their own expertise. We also have many trainings that our people who are in the building can access. In many of our departments, people go outside to training. One of the things that I think is a critical need for us is to make sure that when people come in the building, there's a consistency of training, there's a consistency of experience. So when you come into ACOE, you have an experience that when you walk in the door, there are certain things that you know, certain foundational things that everybody has walking into the building. And that's something that I would definitely work to create at ACOE once superintendent. And I have enjoyed seeing several departments actually learn how to put our trainings online. So trainings that people are doing for other staff members, they're recording and figuring out how to make it accessible to more people so that we don't necessarily need to sit in a room or even leave your desk to get that kind of training. I think having everyone at the table saying what their needs and desires are around training and then acting on those is key. Thank you.
For training, I think the first thing is that because Alameda County Office of Education is a merit system with a personnel commission, that you would need to first do a survey and look at most of the needs where you could actually go up a step. So in the merit system, a lot of times you're tested, and you're tested to move up into a different job class. So what training would you need to learn to move to the next job class? Those are key trainings because that'll affect your salary and your position here at ACOE. It not only helps you, it helps us because then we'd have more skilled workers. Also, the fact is that we have allegiances with our colleges. Our community colleges are within the Alameda County, and it would be great for you to get college credits for doing this work. I think it's most important that we not only ensure that when you take the class, it'll move you in the steps, it'll give you college credits, and even more importantly, give you time off to go take the class. If you're working all day and you wait until the end of work and then you have to go to class, often people have childcare needs, things they have to do after hours, and they're not able to do that. We need to make it accessible for the employees to access their education, just like we do for our students.
Thank you. You know, I'll disagree with some of the comments made a little bit earlier. I don't really think it's about training. I think training is a